Welcome to my little corner of the internet, where we celebrate creativity and growth. Welcome, friends, to our video dedicated to Ida Gotkovsky. Let's dive right in and uncover its wonders. Ida Rose Esther Gotkovsky, born 26 August 1933, is a French composer and pianist. She is currently a professor of music theory at the Conservatoire National Superieur de Musique in France. The time has come to unravel the secrets behind early life and gain a deeper understanding. Gotkovsky was born on 26 August 1933 in Calais. Her father was the violinist Jacques Gotkovsky of the Loindef Quartet, and her mother also played the violin. Both her brother Iva, a pianist, and her sister Nella, violinist, became accomplished musicians. Gotkovsky began composing at the age of 8. She studied at the Paris Conservatoire, where her teachers included Olivier Messiaen and Nadia Boulanger. She won 6 prestigious First Prize Music Awards for her compositions, including the Prix Blumenthal 1958, Prix Parceloup 1959, Prix de Composition Compos International de Divan Les Bains 1961, Dale de la Ville de Paris 1963, Grand Prix de la Ville de Paris 1966, and the Prix Lily Boulanger 1967. Prepare yourself for an eye-opening discussion on compositions in the upcoming portion of this video. Gotkovsky's output includes chamber music, symphonies, instrumental music, vocal music, ballets, and operas. Notably, she has contributed many solo and chamber pieces for the saxophone. Her concerto for trombone 1978 has been compared to Messiaen, and her suite for tuba and piano 1959 reveals influence of Hindemith. She is also recognized for having written important works for band. Gotkovsky's music credo is to create a universal musical art and to realize the oneness of musical expression through the ages by means of a contemporary musical language with powerful structures. In the upcoming section, we'll be dissecting selected works and exploring its implications in greater detail. Stavrovdomaka, opera in 8 scenes 1964, Reine Neva Plus, ballet 1968, Le Cirque, ballet 1972, Le Songe d'une Nuit de Hiver, opera 1989. Orchestra Scherzo 1956, Symphonie pour cordes et percussion, Symphony for strings and percussion 1957, June 1957, Escapades 1958, Jongleries 1959, Funambules 1960, Symphonie pour 24 instruments, Vent Symphonie for 24 wind instruments 1960, Concerto pour orchestre symphonique 1970, Musique en Calais 1970, Poem symphonique 1973, Symphony de Printemps Spring Symphony for Orchestra 1973, or Wind Orchestra 1988, Poem du Feu, Poem of Fire for Wind Orchestra 1978, Dances Rittles for Wind Orchestra 1988, Brilliant Symphony for Wind Orchestra, Choral for Orchestra or Wind Orchestra 1989, Calais en Musique for Orchestra or Wind Orchestra 1992, Fanfare for Wind Orchestra 1992, or Et Lumiere Gold and Light for Orchestra 1992 or Wind Orchestra 1993, Symphony La Jeunesse Youth Symphony for Orchestra or Wind Orchestra 1993, Joyeuse Symphony for Wind Orchestra 2000. Concerto Concerto for Trumpet 1960, Concerto No. 1 for Trumpet and Orchestra 1962, Concerto for Saxophone and Orchestra 1966, Concerto for Clarinet and Orchestra 1968, or Clarinet and Wind Orchestra 1997, Concerto for 2 violins and Orchestra 1971, Variations Concertantes for bassoon and Orchestra, Concerto No. 2 for Trumpet and Orchestra 1973, Concerto for Piano and Orchestra 1975, Concerto for Cello and Orchestra, Concerto for Trombone and Wind Orchestra 1978, Concerto for Saxophone and Large Orchestra 1980, Concerto Lyric for Clarinet and Orchestra 1982, or Clarinet and Wind Orchestra 1994, Symphony for Organ and Wind Orchestra 1982, Variations Parthiques for Saxophone and Orchestra 1983, Concerto for Horn and Orchestra 1984. Chamber Music Rose Esther Trio for reed instruments 1954 String Quartet 1955 Dans Russ for violin and piano 1957 Suite pour Dix Instruments Suite for 10 instruments 1959 Caractères for violin and piano 1970 Olian for flute or saxophone or clarinet and harp or piano 1970 Melody for flute and piano Boccal for oboe and piano Chanson for clarinet and piano Allegro Giocoso for bassoon and piano Ritornello for trumpet and piano Romance for trombone and piano Balladins for tuba and piano Lied for bass trombone and piano Brilliance for alto saxophone and piano 1974 Sonata for violin and piano 1976 Images the Norvège Pictures of Norway for clarinet and piano 1977 Capriccio for violin and piano 1981 Invocation Lyric Incantations Lyricus for viola and piano 1983 Variations Parthicus for alto saxophone and piano or orchestra 1983 Choreo de saxophones for four saxophones 1983 Sonata for clarinet solo 1984 Trio for violin, clarinet and piano 1984 Trio Lyric for violin, alto saxophone and piano 1984 Inventions for baritone saxophone and piano 1988 Brass Quintet 1993 Choreo de clarinettes for four clarinets 1998 Keyboard Variation for piano 1956 Das Vignere for accordion 1962 Prelude for piano 1970 Vocal Melodies 1956 Choralcha pour Voix Mixtes Chorus for mixed voices 1954 Homage Baudelaire 1982 Le Chant de la Forte for chorus and wind orchestra 1989 Le Songe du Nuit de Hiver for chorus and wind orchestra 1989 Oratorio Olympique for chorus and wind orchestra 1991 Homage Jean de La Fontaine for children's chorus, mixed chorus and orchestra 1995. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more valuable content.